consummating this marriage will definitely help the chemistry and intimacy grow in a major way. I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight. Only Shaquille and I will know about that.
Woo! Doth my eyes deceive me, or is that Kirsten and Shaq about to consummate? What's up, guys? This is Liz Long. This is your red wine recap of Married at First Sight Nashville. Before we get into all of that Kirsten and Shaq goodness, let's talk a little bit about last night and Dr. Pepper. This was the episode where she brings the questions for them and they're getting deep, or to the crust, as Clint would say. I'm kind of over that expression. But anyways, in case you haven't noticed, I've got my own little fishbowl of questions, and I've got some real questions to ask here. Number 1, is Nicole's dad really a yoga instructor?
Exhale, fold over.
Oh, okay. She introduced me to yoga.
He, of course, had to outdo me and became a yoga instructor.
And I used to teach at her college.
Now, I would not have pegged him for that.
Say what?
But seriously, we picked things up with Jasmine wondering to Dr. Pepper why her hypersexual husband, Airris, just isn't attracted to her.
The person I am now, it took a lot to get here. So I think the biggest thing for me was in this of like being in my marriage and him like not feeling me. I'm like, I just started to love myself. I just, got to this person who I am all about. And now I'm in this marriage that I've longed for forever. And now my person not even feeling me.
And then Dr. Pepper drops this gem.
Have you thought it might not be about you? This guy's 39 years old.
I'm sorry, did Dr. Pepper really just say, this guy, 39 years old? I'm loving this.
I would say that it may be something that he's having trouble having a connection. And maybe there are reasons that you let things get in the way. And the lack of chemistry might be something that has nothing to do with her. It's a possibility to consider.
But this begs the question. Pepper, if you knew this man had commitment issues, why did you cast him?
I like connections, and a lot of times those connections come from like a shared interest. I'm trying to find like what we have in common. Like I'm posing these questions and trying to find like things that we share and similar like lived experiences. It might be like, what is your favorite color? I might be like, man, blue's my favorite color because when I was in 2nd grade, I seen the color blue. And every time I see blue, it takes me back to this moment. And when I get sad, I just look at the color blue. And I'm like, okay, Jasmine, what's your favorite color? Oh, it's pink.
So many questions, so many questions. Airris, are you seriously asking the deep question of what's your favorite color? I mean, really? Okay, that's your deep question. Also, Airris, I'm sorry, but you're telling the mom, you seem to be omitting something. Did you happen to tell the mom that your idea of going deep was talking about your orgy days?
I told Jasmine that I have an orgy, where there's multiple people. Like, you might be with one person, and then you and this guy, like, switch females.
Yeah, we know what kind of shared interest you've really been thinking about.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
So many things.
Jasmine, do not lower your standards. Let's get to the good questions. Kirsten, did you sense Shaq was on the verge of leaving you, and so that's what made you want him more?
What really turns me on is a handsome, sexy man handling his business.
This is Kirsten Dillon's friend.
Kirsten Dillon. That sounds good. It's just something about it.
Go ahead, Kirsten. I'm not mad at you.
I like watching you do this body art on me.
So I want to try something.
Okay. Getting a little wild and crazy in here.
Trust me?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I admit when Shaq was first body painting Kirsten, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm really feeling this or if she's even really feeling it. I mean, he was really kind of taking his time. There weren't any kisses in between. But I tell you what, when he was like, okay, now hold on. And he went and he got those strawberries and he came back and he did the whip. He's like, now you trust me? And he put the whipped cream in her mouth and then they kiss. I mean, it looked like it was a good kiss. And then, I mean, we all know what happened next.
Kirsten and I have consummated our marriage.
There's nothing better.
Guys, we're keeping the Spousey and Lousy Awards really short and sweet this week. Our best Spousey, I'm giving it to them. It's Shaq and Kirsten. I have neglected to talk about them in pretty much every single video because they haven't given us much. Well, not only did they give us their first, lip-to-lip kiss this week, but they freaking consummated their marriage. I mean, talk about going from 0 to 100. I'm here for it. I am here for it. All right. Our Lousy, and I would say Jasmine and Eris, because Jasmine has checked out, and yeah, she kind of sucked at doing those questions with the fishbowl. But guess what? Airris, for the past month, you've not been going deep. So all of a sudden now you want to go deep. And I don't blame her for checking out. You check on out, Jasmine. Eris, you're on the board. You're always on the board. No shocker there. Guys, they gave us like this mid-season super teaser and it looks pretty wild. And I think it's next week when we see, not Clint, I forget his Mac, talking about sliding into Gina's DMs, and I'm looking forward to that. Now, I don't necessarily want to see Dominique. When you're off the show, you're off the show. So, I don't know, guys. What did you think of this week's episode? Are you rooting for Kirsten and Shaq as much as I am? Let me know your thoughts below. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.